What is going on, y'all, and welcome back to SnowRunner. Now, right off the bat, y'all might have some questions for me based on what you're seeing on the screen right now, because we haven't been on a Truck Night in America map in SnowRunner in a really long time, and I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how we got to this one. Now, this is not the side-by-side, like, race map that Truck Night is kind of known for. This is a different Truck Night map called Cowlin Quarry. However, this map was originally included in the Truck Night region, which does not work anymore. But I was able to get my hands on basically an old version, an old in-development version of this map. This map has long been out of development, but this was kind of the development copy, and it just so happened to still be in my mod inventory, so I decided to come here for a variety of reasons. One, because it's a really fun map, and two, because it really suits the vehicle that we are about to check out, and it's not this little K1500. No. We're gonna go ahead and fire this thing up, though, drive around to the back of the garage, and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, as you can see over there, that is the Tumbler from Batman Begins, and this was featured in MudRunner years ago on my channel. Now, this one is obviously made by a completely different modder, and this is actually supposedly, if everything is to be believed as the way this is represented on mod.io, this is this person's first mod, which is absolutely wild. Like, the fact that they managed to get it to work and look the way it does, I mean, sure, it's not necessarily, like, gonna be, 4K, like, textures, all this stuff. It might be 4K textures, I don't know, it doesn't look like it, but either way, for this to be someone's first mod, it looks freaking sick. So we're gonna go ahead and fire this thing up and take it for a drive, and the reason, or one of the reasons anyway, why I kind of went a little bit out of my way to find a Truck Night map that still worked was because the last time I drove a Batman Tumbler in the Runner series was back in MudRunner. So let's see if we can make our way through some fun obstacles with it. Now, this thing does handle a bit odd, and the interior view is a bit oofed. Don't worry about the interior view. It's fine. Supposedly, the creator's gonna fix it. But let's see what this thing is like on a lap of the track. I don't really think it's necessarily designed to turn, because it's like, it handles okay, but it's got this weird, oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, I forgot. This track is not two-way. Oops. Let's see if we can find a better series of obstacles then, because that is not going to be off to a good start. Now, when you have tires that are this wide in the back versus that narrow in the front, you're going to run into some understeer issues, but I mean, this thing has really bad understeer issues. What I will say I really like about it, though, is when you land a small jump, it just absorbs it. It just absorbs it and takes it and moves on. Now, let's see. I don't think it'll be fitting through that in any kind of, at any kind of pace, at least. I think these turns are probably going to be too tight for it, to be honest. Can we even make it around these turns? No. Yeah, wow. Okay, we can't even make it around the turns, and we get high-centered. All right. How about we don't go for that obstacle? I love how I'm having to, like, cherry-pick obstacles that this thing will actually do. How's its water fording capability? Is it decent? I mean, I have no complaints. It's not giving me a dangerous water level so far. Now, I do wonder, I'm gonna go into the dev tools for a minute. Do we have, oh, let me throw an off-road gearbox and an upgraded engine in it. That should, yeah, that should help. Oh, send it, come on. Now, high range in this gearbox is, it's not all that fast, but like, after upgrading the engine, it's definitely got a whole heck of a lot more torque now. The winch, I mean, the winch kind of leaves a little bit to be desired, because I can't even find, like, a single, wow, okay, that's, like, default winch length. Let's see how it does trying to climb some rocks, because climbing rocks, I don't know if that's really what this thing was designed for, probably not, but we're gonna try it anyway, because the opportunity is there. I'm not really even gonna follow the course, because this thing's turning radius is about the size of a medium-sized planet, and I'm gonna, we're gonna have to do it like this. Oh. Well, that went well. Back into reverse it goes, and... Am I really that stuck? Oh, God. Wow, I got that stuck that fast? Jeez. Wait a minute. I didn't know it had... Oh, God, that active suspension. That is the fastest active suspension I've ever seen. Boing, it literally rises immediately. Like, there is no, oh, we have to wait for the suspension to, you know, to raise itself. We have to wait for this. We have to wait for that. Nope. It is right there immediately the second you hit the button. And you know what? We're going to put that to the test, at least to see if it'll hold up. It's fine. Don't worry about it. No, do not. Don't you dare back up. Don't you dare. We're already far enough into this for it to, like, for it to not even be, like, you know, an issue if we back this thing into a wall. So I'm not really worried about backing up per se, but, like, if it backs up, like, into the same place too many times, I'm gonna be like, really? Now, we're not gonna do that, but I do want to do a little bit of a suspension test by tackling this section. Now, this section, you have to run it in high for it to actually be a challenge. Otherwise, you're just driving over bumps. And if you're just driving over bumps, then it's not that big of a deal. But what we're going to do is we're going to turn it into a little bit of a challenge. We're going to put the highway transmission in it, and we're going to have to keep it in high in the highway transmission. Well, that's about the same speed as high in the off-road transmission. Maybe this thing needs more transmission tuning, but, like, look at that. It's actually not bad. Like, when you get it going on a, you know, on a bumpy surface, it will absorb bumps. It's not, you know, necessarily going to be any sort of, like, trophy truck or anything, but it will absorb bumps. Now, what do we have going on over here? It's not necessarily going to be a weight test because, obviously, those trailers weigh nothing, but I wonder, do we have a rearward winch point? Oh, we do. Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Because, you know what? Wait, what the? Okay, that's weird. It like gave me a weird message. All right, we are going to give this thing a proper hill test while trying to tow something. So I think we're going to start with a Cat 770G. And now that we've got that spawned in, we're going to see if and how this thing does pulling it up the hill. All right, let's go ahead and hook it up. And let's send it. Yo, what? That's third? Will it go to high? It's in high. I mean, it's technically holding it. That's a lot more impressive than I thought this thing was going to be. I mean, we are going up a pretty decent grade right now. I don't know if you went a little bit steeper than this, it would probably start to spin and dig. But at this level, it has no issues at all. I mean, right across the line. And that is a 770G without the engine even running. Like, that's full weight of that thing. Now, if you wanted to make it really, really hard, you could make that thing, you know, completely damaged out and have it dragging on the ground. But I don't think that would be a fair test because that's not necessarily what you're always going to be pulling. Since the 770G proved to be a little bit too easy for this thing, I've decided to grab an Azov Antarctic, I've put a 2-slot box on the frame, and I've got a full fuel trailer behind it. So if this is able to just cruise up the hill with this behind it as well, that's massive. Like, that is an actual proper challenge. So let's go ahead and attach to the front of the Antarctic and set off. Oh yeah, that you can already tell that is a lot more weight. I bet you a lot of that comes from the fuel trailer like itself, but I think overall it probably just comes from the fact that the Antarctic is freaking massive. Oh wow. Okay, well that was about, I don't know, what, like 10 feet as compared to pulling the 770G all the way up the hill. Will it matter if I raise the suspension mode? Maybe. What about if I put it in low? Not really. It is not interested. Wow, it's actually legit not interested. It's legitimately, like, upset with me. It is not interested in going any further, dude. It is like, yep, this is where we're at, and this is where we're gonna stay. All right, so what we're gonna do is, since we can't go any further, let me detach the trailer. Let me change vehicles. Hook back up again and see if it'll pull just the Azov Antarctic. I'm going to try and get some room. Oh, come on. Dang, even just the Antarctic it won't pull? That is so weird, especially when you compare that to the fact that it cruised up the hill with the 770G. I'm very shocked, actually. I'm very shocked that it can't do that. I have one more idea for this. All right, so let me back up a bit. Now, I'm going to go all the way back. I'm going to try and snatch it, basically. There we go. Oh, we got just enough momentum to start it rolling. It's barely rolling, but we have just enough momentum to keep it rolling. Now, as long as we stay in first, it'll be a-okay and we'll be fine. Just ease it along the... Well, there it goes. Yep, it's not... it's not going any further. I don't know what I expected. I mean, I was hoping it would pull it a little bit further than that. But I mean, even then, it pulled it a decent ways. Just not super, super far. So... is it a vehicle that I would use, like, on an objective basis in SnowRunner? Probably not, but, like, would I use it for fun, crazy challenges on different maps and on different wild obstacles? Yeah, like, why not? It's the freaking tumbler. It's a Batman tumbler. Like, who wouldn't want to use this thing in all sorts of wild scenarios? Well, some of you might not, but that's entirely up to you if you want to use it or not. So, if you guys enjoyed this video and, of course, enjoyed this look at this mod, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time. Talk to you all later.